Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. Guys, in today's video, we are going to see Wipro Elite interview experience. Basically, what all were the technical questions that were asked to this candidate. Okay, so we are going to see all of that. Make sure that you watch the video till complete end, because in this video, I am also going to tell you the answers along with the questions. Okay, so you will get an idea if you are also getting the same questions in your interview, how you can answer them. Okay, and mostly if you will notice the pattern in this video, the questions that the interviewer will ask will be based on your answers only. Okay, so you will get to know everything once you watch the video till complete end. And if you have any doubts related to your any procedures, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay, we can also DM me on Insta if you have any personalized queries. Okay, before starting the video, if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet, because I regularly post these kinds of helpful videos. And if you are also going through your Wipro Elite procedure or examinations, you can check this playlist. I have uploaded a lot of videos here related to SVAR assessment questions, interview questions, written exam questions. So it will be very helpful for you. Let's start with the interview experience now. So as always, first question that you will be getting is can you please give me a little introduction, or can you please introduce yourself? So see, this is the answer which the candidate has given. Now this is one sample answer which I have taken for you, so that you can also prepare your introduction in this way. Okay, so see, the answer that the candidate gave was, sure, my name is and I'm passionate about coding and problem solving. I have experiences Java, Python and JavaScript, and I enjoy working on web development and data structures. Apart from coding, I also love debugging. I also love blogging about tech trends and programming concepts. See, notice that here mentioned about blogging. Okay, we will notice this in the upcoming questions, that the interviewer will ask him questions on blogging also. So yeah, one sample template for you is this one. So you can say in this way also you can give your introduction, like I am and your name, a recent graduate in BTech from so and so university. During my studies, I developed a strong interest in like coding or like specific technologies also you can mention. I have worked on projects related to web development or any technology that you have worked on, which helped me gain insights in like technologies, like so and so technologies you can mention. I'm eager to apply my knowledge and skills in a professional setting, and I'm excited about the opportunity to grow with the organization. Apart from this, you can also speak about your educational qualifications. If you have a good CGPA or percentages, you can even mention that also. But if you have low, don't mention the exact count of CGPA or percentage. In this way, you have to take this template and prepare your introduction. Okay, so I would say this will be very helpful, because if you try to customize it or prepare according to your case, then it will be very helpful. Okay, otherwise it might sound like you have copied it from somewhere, so it should not sound like so. Let's see the next question that we have. The next question, as I told you, right, based on the introduction only it was, which is, where do you blog now? So see, this kinds of question you can expect. Okay, whatever you speak in your introduction, so this is kind of good also, because in this way you can give the direction to your interview. Basically, for example, I get many queries that I am proficient in Python, but I'm not good with Java. So what if interviewer will ask me questions on Java? See, first of all, interviewers very rarely ask you directly questions on a particular language. Okay, they will usually ask, what is your preferred language? So you can say at that time, my preferred language is Python or so and so, and then you can tell the answers of the codes or any concepts which are asked in Python language, right? But the other case is, if you are still worried, what you can do while giving your introduction, you can mention specifically that this is my preferred language. In that way, what will happen? You are kind of telling them and fitting this in their subconscious mind that this person knows Python, so I will ask questions on Python. Okay, so that is the case. Okay, now let's see what can be the answer for this question. So where do you blog? So I actively write on platforms like Medium, Hashnode, and my personal blog, where I share articles on JavaScript frameworks, coding best practices, and interview experiences. So something like this. Okay, you also can mention not about blogging, but if you are doing something extracurricular which can be mentioned in an interview, so you can also include that in your introduction, and then something like some discussion around that can also happen. Let's see the next question that we have. Which programming languages do you know? Okay, so see, I told you, right, usually this type of question will be asked, which is your preferred programming language, which programming language do you know? So you can answer it here, that I'm proficient in Java, Python and JavaScript, and have experience in web development and backend APIs. Now one more answer for this one will be, for example, some of you might think that I'm very good with Python, okay, but moderately or very basic with Java, right? So in this case, you have to tell it, okay, like I'm proficient in Python and basics of Java, or know Java at a basic level, something like that you have to show. Otherwise, if you are saying both, there is high possibility that you might get a question on Java, but then you are having basic knowledge of Java only, right? So you should make it very clear while you are giving the answers only. Okay, And yeah, these kinds, this much of answers are more than enough. Okay, you don't have to speak too long. For example, for an introduction, you can say like around 40 to 60 seconds at max. And then for these kinds of small questions, 2 or 3 sentences answers are more than enough. Okay, and if they want you to speak more, they will ask. So don't over speak also. That is also not a good thing. Okay. Now next question is, tell me something about Java. So see, this guy told Java in his preferred language. So now he is getting the questions on Java. Let's see what can be the answer for this one. Java is a high level object oriented programming language known for its platform independence due to Java virtual machine. It is widely used for enterprise application, Android development and backend systems. Okay. Moving on to the next question now. What is object oriented programming? Object oriented programming on OOPS is a programming paradigm which is based on objects and classes. It helps in code reusability, modularity, and better maintainability by using concepts like encapsulations, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. Now, if you notice one thing, he has asked questions on object-oriented programming because Java is a supporting OOPS, right? And Java has all this concept. So that's what, if you see the pattern, whatever the guy is answering, based on that, the next question is getting arised. Okay. So, which is very good, I think, I would say in one term, because you will know, right, whatever you are speaking, you will know that part, right? So you are not getting any unexpected questions, right? So see, in the last answer he told about encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism, which are the concepts of OOPS. So next question he is getting on those topics only, which is encapsulation and abstraction. Let's see what can be the answer for this one. Encapsulation is basically wrapping data and methods into a single unit or class and restricting direct access to the data. Example is using private variables and getter or setter methods. Next is your abstraction. Abstraction is what? Abstraction is hiding implementation details and showing essential features. Example is abstract classes and interfaces in Java. So in this way, you can answer, okay, like you can be asked questions on different OOPS concepts also, so you have to answer in the same way. Tell me the difference between errors and exception. So see, this is a very tricky question, or not a tricky also, but maybe if you suppose right now we are preparing, so you might know this answer going forward. But what if you are getting this type of question for the first time for which you don't know the answer? Okay, I would say that instead of bluffing around, you can even say, if you have no idea about the question only, you can say simply that, okay, I can't recall or I don't know the answer at the moment. So then they will move on to the next question. No need to waste any time. Okay. Let's see the answer for this one. Errors are issues beyond user control. For example, stack overflow error, out of memory error. These are like categories of errors. Okay. Now we have exceptions. Exceptions are the issues that can be handled. Example, null pointer exception, IO exception. Okay. So basically, errors are fatal and it crashes the programs, whereas exceptions can be caught using try catch blocks. Okay. Now see. When we say errors are fatal and crash programs, which means error can also be fixable, but right now your execution of program will be stopped because of errors, whereas if you try, exceptions can be tackled while you code only. Okay, so it's like your program execution will not fail at any step if you handle the exceptions in a better way. That is the major difference between errors and exceptions. Okay, moving on to the next question. Can you write a code to find factorial of a number? So these kinds of basic, code based question can also be asked. So you should also know, okay, because yeah, it is very basic ones, right? So let's see what is the factorial of a number. Basically, factorial of a number is a number multiplied to up till 1. Okay, for example, 3 factorial is 3 into 2 into 1. In the same way, 5 factorial will be what? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, so basically, in this case, you can write a code in Java or any preferred language. For example, this guy was comfortable in Java, so he have written in Java. Let's see the code. So here is a class factorial, and then there is a main function. Okay, and here first of all, enter a number output is shown, and then a number is getting inputted. Then what is happening? We have taken fact equals to 1. Okay, and then for I is equals to 1 till I is less than equals to num value. For example, if you have taken 3, then 3 value. What we are doing, fact is equals to I, which means we are multiplying that number with our I. So I is initially 1, then 2, then 3. So in this way we will multiply that number with our number that we have as the input. Finally we will have our final factorial will store in the fact variable. So finally we will just simply print out, that is fact of factorial of, and then the number that we have inputted is, and then the factorial final factorial value that we will have. Okay, so hope you have understood it. Let's now move on to the next code. Have you heard about Fibonacci series? Can you write the code for printing and Fibonacci numbers? Okay, so guys, if you are not aware what is a Fibonacci series, it starts with 0 and 1, and then later on whatever the next term is, it is the summation of last 2 digits. For example, 0 plus 1 is what? 1, then 1 plus 1 is what? 2, 1 plus 2 is what? 3, 2 plus 3 is what, 5, 3 plus 5 is what, 8. So in this way it will continue to follow. This is only called as Fibonacci series now. Okay, now we have to write the code for this. Let's see how it is written. We have taken a class Fibonacci and a main function. In this we are scanning the input. Okay, which basically enter the number of terms, how many terms in the Fibonacci series you want. For example, if someone says I want a Fibonacci series only with the 5 digits, okay, so this much will be the output of that. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, so next is, yeah, we are taking the inputs, and then we have two variables, a is equals to 0, b is equals to 1, because I told you, right, the initial two digits will be 0 and 1 always, and based on that we will generate the next digits. Okay, then what we are doing is Fibonacci series. Okay, we are writing a and then b. Okay, initially we are just printing out 0 and 1, okay, here, which means in this line, and then we are running a loop which is from 2 to whatever is the size of our Fibonacci series. In this case it is 5, then 5. Then what we will do, c means the third character or the third digit. What we are going to do, it is going to be the summation of last two, which is a plus b. So it is going to be 0 plus 1, it is going to give 1, right? So system.out.print, and then we will print c. Right now, next what we are doing, now we are changing the values of a and b. So previous a was this, previous b was this. Once we got the c value, now in the next iteration what we will do, we will make this as the a and this as the b. So our new c that will be generated will be what, 1 plus 1, that will be 2, right? When we will be here, we will do a plus b, right? So new c will be this. In this way we will keep on moving our a and b value pointers, or you can say one by one, next step ahead, and this way finally we will get the output of the Fibonacci series, and we are printing on the go. Okay, initially 0 and 1 was initially printed, and whenever we are getting the digit, we are printing on the go. So finally, once our loop breaks, we will have the final output here. Hope you have understood it. Let's now move on to the next question. Okay, the next question is, if I were to write a code that does not accept 0 as the input, how would I handle it? Okay, so let's see this example. See here, what we are doing is system.out.print, enter a positive number. This will be shown on the screen, and then one input will be taken. And how we are handling this case, we are checking if the user has inputted a number 0, if the num is equals to 0, which means you have to print out invalid input, please enter a number greater than 0. Okay, and then we are running a do while loop. Okay, do this initially only. Okay, and then while num is equals to 0. So hope you understood this logic. Simply we are just telling the end user that please, whenever they are entering a 0, we are just telling them that please enter a number which is greater than 0. Hope you have understood it. Moving on. So any questions from your side? Okay, so usually this will be the question that you will get by the end of your interview. The interviewer will ask you if you have any questions for me. So I'm telling you some sample questions that you can ask in your interview to the interviewer. The questions can be, what are the key technologies used in Wipro projects? How does Wipro support learning and career growth? What challenges do freshers usually face in their first projects? Now there is a tip for that also. Always ask questions for whenever it is asked to you that do you have any questions for us. It shows interest and enthusiasm for the role that you are appearing for. And one more important thing, don't ask these many questions. Okay, you do not have to ask 3 questions. One question is more than enough. Okay, one question is more than enough. At max 2. Okay, 2 are allowed, but not more than that. Okay, because it should not look like you are over asking, you are like, it does not look good. Okay, basically one question is more than enough. I have given you some sample questions. You can ask any questions which you have in your mind apart from that. Okay, that is fine, but it should be decent enough, and it should not make the interviewer feel awkward. Okay, that's you just have to take care of that. So I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any doubts about your like interviews or any procedures, you can ask me in the comment section. If you are going to have any upcoming exam, so if you want any preparation material for your online assessment, practice questions, you can request me by sending me a DM over Instagram also. I will post videos related to that also, okay, on my channel. And you can join me on Telegram and Instagram, and make sure to subscribe to the channel to receive all the latest regular updates, as I'm going to post more interview experiences related to Wipro Elite. So it is going to be very helpful for you. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching the video, and I will see you next time.